Hello beautiful friends and welcome to CE-5 Academy. My name is Ashley. It's always a great pleasure to have you guys here with us. Today I just feel inspired to do a quick or long live stream for all of you guys and with all of you guys to discuss the challenges that we encounter either during CE-5s or before and after doing CE-5s or in general with the whole CE-5 idea. So I'm just going to be here enjoying my beautiful garden. There are bees and birds and waters and butterflies and everything around me. I'm on a beautiful mountain. Let me actually show you guys for those that will be reviewing this video. It's pretty stunning. There's the birds there. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for people to join. If people join, and then we'll have a little chat. Feel free to leave us your comments and to interact with us. I'm gonna play a bit of guitar so long. Ah, what a beautiful day. Hello beautiful people, if you're joining us, we're here to speak about CE-5s and CE-5 challenges. Welcome. Beautiful birds everywhere, it's magnificent. Hello friend, and welcome to CE-5 Academy. Welcome to all of you joining us. For those that are just watching the replay, you're welcome to skip ahead for when we'll have the conversation. I'm just going to wait for a couple more people to log on. And I would really encourage you guys, for the person watching, if you have any challenges with CE-5 or ever encountered challenges with CE-5s, or if you have some ideas that you'd like to share about CE-5, please feel free to leave us a comment, give us a like, and let's have a little chat. Let's talk about CE-5s. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day, beautiful people. I hope that you are all keeping lovely today. It is a beautiful day to enjoy love and to primarily love ourselves, obviously, and love our partners and our families and everyone that we interact with. Today, just remember to give them love and give yourself love. So welcome beautiful people. I really wanted to speak today about the idea of encountering challenges during CE-5, and there are many different types of challenges that we can encounter when doing CE-5s, and by challenges I don't really mean problems, I mean challenges that have a positive solution to it, which allow us to grow and to learn further, learn more about ourselves doing CE-5s. So a lot of the challenges that can arise for many people are either before doing CE-5s, during CE-5s on fieldwork, or after CE-5. So if you have any ideas, feel free to write us a comment, and I'm sure that this thread will go on way after we've done this video. So again, welcome to all of you who are joining us. Today we just want to discuss and chat a bit about CE-5 challenges. And I'll give you an example of a challenge. I had a CE-5 one day where we took a group of around 8 people to a Table Mountain. And one of the challenges that arose there is that one of the individuals that joined us didn't really understand what he was doing there. I think he was kind of pulled in with one of his friends, and he had never really heard of CE-5 before. So that was a big challenge for me, in the sense that meeting people on the field where a friend brought a friend who had never really heard of CE-5s, it kind of didn't really give me too much time to explain to that individual what we are doing here and what we are aiming to do in this circumstance. And we kind of all explained to that individual what we were doing, and I mean, it could have gone well, but it could have gone very bad. And it didn't go well, but it didn't go very bad. Meaning that we started the CE-5s, we did our meditations, we did some yoga, and he was a very quiet individual, bless his soul. And eventually he couldn't take it. So he just got up and left. And immediately after, my friends, that's when the real magic started to happen in the skies, in the sense that we could sense there was a lack of coherence between the group when that individual was here, because he didn't really know what he was doing there. And he didn't get the prior training needed to be able to successfully engage in CE-5s with the group as a coherent unit. So when that individual left, we got showered with amazing sightings and lots of blessings with our star brothers and sisters, and it was really a beautiful evening. But you see, these are few of the challenges that can arise if ever you were to take CE-5 groups out there yourself, or if you were to do a CE-5. So if you're one of these individuals and you plan on doing a CE-5, I highly recommend that you first of all learn a bit more about the CE-5, learn why we do CE-5, check your own intentions as to why you would like to do CE-5s, and also understand the bigger picture of what CE-5 means. And CE-5 or highs, basically when I say CE-5, I'm talking about human initiated contact, so contact between Earth and other societies out there. Thank you guys for the comments. For a while, still didn't seem to have any contact. Awesome, my friend. So you've been practicing the CE-5 protocols for a while. May I ask you, if you're still watching this, what are your intentions for doing CE-5s? So that's a big thing that I've recently also found, is that a lot of people must have intent. Exactly, Jay, I agree with you. And that the intention that you have before doing CE-5, it's kind of like the phone number that you have before calling a friend. If your intention is not really in the right place, or maybe is misaligned, and you're not aware that your intention is misaligned, or is not really a strong enough intention for CE-5, then it's like kind of calling a friend, but you have the last number is the wrong number. So every time you'll call your friend, you will always miss a number and you'll never get through to them. And that's why sometimes it's difficult to have experiences when doing CE-5. But if your intention is in the right place, it's like having the exact perfect right number to call your friend. And you call your friend and he'll answer. So it's the same thing with CE-5s. We need to be vibrationally compatible to doing CE-5s, first of all, through the intention that we set for our session and for ourselves. So my friends, if you're having some challenges with doing CE-5s, I highly recommend that you look again at your intentions, and especially look at the beliefs behind your intentions. Why do you believe you need to do CE-5? And what are your intentions as to why you would like to do CE-5? And again, all intentions are valid. I'm not saying that intentions are not valid. It's just a different strength of frequency at which you vibrate when you intend to do CE-5s. So I hope that has helped you. If you guys have any more questions or any other ideas as to how we can get challenged by doing CE-5, let us know. Jay Rosh, what is your intentions? My brother, my intention is to be of service. It's to really be of service to this beautiful planet and to all of our society, as well as all universal societies who are currently interacting with us, visiting us, and wanting to engage with us on a higher level. We must understand, on this planet we have really taken on a beautiful challenge of limitation. We're really believing that we are not more than our names and bodies. We really believe that we are physical beings and that after death, that's it. And so we do not see the value that we have as individuals, not only to create impact in the world, but the impact we already have just by existing. So my intention, my brother, is to really assist with raising consciousness around the planet. It's to assist diplomatically to form bridges between ourselves as human beings and other galactic federations out there. If you had to ask me my 40-year plan or my 50-year plan, which I definitely have and I've had for a while, I would really be honored and would really love to assist by being a diplomat to external relations and to other individuals and societies that roam and inhabit the cosmos as we see it. And I would really appreciate the ability to form serious, solid bridges between our society and other societies out there, meaning government to other government, whatever they would call their regulating bodies and their societies. I would really like to have a play in that and really assist and be of service. So these are part of my intentions when I do CE-5s. Thank you, brother. We are indeed, my friend, part of a global effort to raise consciousness through extraterrestrial contact. That is so true, because if you think about extraterrestrial contact, it's far more than going on a safari in Africa and seeing a lion, right? This is really contact with another species that, first of all, our planet does not even recognize as being alive or true. You know, we live in a world where we're very limited. Um, Sorry, I'm going to answer your question very quickly. So my intentions are aligned with yours. Is it my vibration that's not high enough? It could be, my friend, and I'm not saying that you're not high vibration. I mean, to me, the very fact that you're here and that you're listening to this video and that you're wanting to engage, to me already is hands down. Your vibration is much higher than a lot of the people I know. And so take that as a good sign that you're here, you're listening, and you're interacting with us, you're wanting to really break through and do great progress. To me, that is enough. That is enough for you to have great experiences. So in that sense, just give yourself a tap on the back, know that your intentions are in the right place, and you will have contact if you continue and you keep practicing. Sorry, I cannot read your name. Yes, it's in Hebrew. Sneer Hadari. Thank you so much, brother. Great pleasure to have you here. Thank you. So keep it going, and just know that because you're here, it's amazing already. Your willingness to do CE-5 is already a great intention. Thank you, my friend. So for those who are just joining us, thank you very much for joining us and welcome. We're currently speaking about challenges that we can experience when having CE-5. So I've identified that there are 3 different types of challenges. You have challenges that happen before you do CE-5s, challenges that happen during CE-5s, and challenges that happen after CE-5. So here I am. I just want to hear a bit from you guys and what challenges you may have been experiencing when you were doing CE-5. I see that Jay, thank you very much for your comments. You're saying that it's important to clear the space, and that I would agree. I mean, it is a given, and it is a fact that we live in an energetic world, and that each space has its own vibration and its own individual frequency. And so when we arrive at a new space, especially if it's a space where we've never done CE-5s before, it's very important that we use techniques and tools that make us feel comfortable, kind of make us feel at home, basically. And if those techniques sometimes are clearing the space with crystals and with sage, with Palo Santo, or various other tools out there that we have access to, then by all means do that, because that by definition will lift the frequency of that space, will raise your own vibration, and as we know, raising your frequency and your vibration is the best telephone number to be able to contact beings that are vibrating at that frequency already. Yes, location is quite important, my friend. Holy places, ruined churches, yes. I mean, I would choose locations that already have quite a high energetic frequency. And those locations would be ley lines, for example, or energetic centers on the earth. So for example, here in South Africa, yes, you have a lot of holy places in Israel, my friend. I agree with you. You should definitely harness those holy places and the energy they have to make more contact. That's a great idea. I've used Table Mountain a lot here in South Africa because it crosses on a ley line of our energetical grid globally. So Table Mountain is a very high place with a lot of energy that I love and a lot of people love. So all my CE-5s there have been very, very successful. But it's not to say that you cannot do CE-5s on unholy places or places where it's just a normal place. I mean, you could turn that normal place into a very high frequency and high vibrational energy space just by doing clearings or by putting intention in the space. Something that I also do is I sometimes surround the space with a bubble of love, and I imbue certain colors that I want to play with. So either pink or green or silver. It depends what you're used to and what you want to play with. But that's something that I also do sometimes, is I'd actually put a bubble, a sphere of good intentions and good energy and of love around the space where we will be doing CE-5s. Actually, to take it further, I actually do that on a lot of other things too. I do it on my house, I do it on my cars. Funny enough, sometimes when I see ambulances or police cars going by, I also encircle them with a bit of love. So, I mean, that's something that you guys can also look into doing. Nutritional preparation necessary. Absolutely, my friend. As you can imagine, that nutrition is a very important part of our body and our physical body, and nutrition will determine at what rate you vibrate. So a highly recommended thing when doing CE-5s, if for example you plan on doing a CE-5 in 2 weeks time or in 1 week time, just make sure that your ingestion, the food that you ingest for that period, is symbiotic with the experience you will want to create. Right? We understand that when we make contact with extraterrestrial beings or advanced extra-dimensional beings, these beings vibrate at a much higher frequency than we do. And so the best thing we can do is to raise our frequency. And knowing that our physical body is already quite dense and quite heavy, the best thing we can do is to not ingest foods that are heavy themselves. So ingesting raw foods, ingesting foods that are light, and that are organic and natural, possibly is the best thing you can do. And also maybe reducing the quantity of how much you eat for that week before you do CE-5, because the lighter you feel, the higher you vibrate. So nutrition is very much a big factor of doing CE-5s. Again, there's nothing wrong with overeating or eating a lot before you do CE-5s. That's also fine. But our recommendations would be to keep your vibration as high as you can through nutrition. How important it is to meditate daily. Thank you so much for your questions. I see Jay also asked us about our opinions of whether it's better to do CE-5s during the day or night. I would say that it doesn't really matter. It's up to you. I have a good friend at the moment called Coogan, who's awesome, and I often see him in Cape Town. He's been having a lot of day sightings. I mean, he's really been meditating every single day, doing yoga every single day, and really keeping his vibration high. And he just, wow, he's just blown away every day. He sees ships in the sky every single day. And he sent me photos I'll share with you guys, but it's pretty incredible. So day or night is up to you. I sometimes prefer night because I love the stars, and I love lying under the stars and letting myself go and merging as one with those stars. And so I do appreciate the night, but having day sightings is also thrilling and exhilarating, and it's something I would highly recommend to all of you guys. Our good friend from Israel, my friend, thank you so much. You've asked us, is it important to meditate daily? Yes, it is. It is very important to meditate daily, or as much as you can. And remember, meditation doesn't necessarily mean that you're sitting in a space and you're closing your eyes and you're all zen. Meditation can be walking. You can go for a walk and meditate by allowing yourself to simply stay focused in the present moment. That's what meditation is. It's the ability to stay focused in the present moment. Remember that your focus and your attention is the greatest asset you have and that you own. And that's why we have the phrase paying attention. You pay with your attention. And so having the ability to stay focused in the present moment will reap the most rewards. And that's what meditation is the ability to be focused here and now, which is incredibly important. Thank you for that question. I see that Jay, thank you very much. When first starting using the techniques, was slowly observing only at night 2 crafts that blink in and out of this dimension. Now, though, only during days do I observe these things. That's amazing, Jay. That's really wonderful. I mean, it's really up to you. It's whatever suits you best and works best for not only your schedule, but your lifestyle. That's wonderful that you're seeing a lot of these beautiful crafts during the day. Wonderful. Thank you. What is your opinion on the evil aliens agenda? I personally think it's BS, but a lot of people ask. I mean, hey, my friends, you know, we live in a universe where it's not all roses and lime, as they say. It's not all beauty, and that's great, because we live in a dual world, right? We live in a world where there's polarity. There's negative and there's positive. The idea, though, is that it's not really a duality. It's a trinity, because we can allow ourselves to be right dead in the center of those two ideas, positive and negative. Having the ability to be in the center creates a trinity. And so having the ability to see the world with these eyes, where it's not everything negative and it's not everything positive, really can create such a sense of empowerment. Because, hey, everything exists. Everything that you can imagine exists. Evil reptilian aliens that are going to come eat your skin, yeah, that does exist. But hey, would you want to attract that in your reality? Probably not. And they will never ever perceive you, because you're vibrating on a frequency that they cannot even think of perceiving, because they are operating on fear. They're operating on hate. And that's not what you're operating on. You're operating on love, my friends. So brothers and sisters, there is no need to worry about these things. And the more you worry about these things, that's when you actually attract them even more. Even though you can't really attract them if you stay in love and in positive vibration, by recognizing that everything exists. So yes, we could say evil aliens exist, but hey, do they exist in my reality right now? Probably not. And even if they did, I wouldn't be aware of it, and it wouldn't be relevant. So I encourage you guys to see it the same way too. I did a video recently about the negative effects of conspiracy theories. I'd highly recommend you guys to have a look at it, if that's in your flow. But it really does speak about how we've been trained to buy into negativity as though it would bring more positivity. But that's not how it works. I mean, the more you buy into negativity, that's all you're creating, and that's what you will get back, is negativity. So if you want to focus on that idea, by all means, go right ahead. But it's not something we want to focus here. Here we're really working with universal principles of oneness and of love, and we're creating beautiful scenarios, future scenarios, where we will be able to interact as one, as a society that has been ruled by fear for many millennia, to a society who's currently transitioning to being ruled by love. and by unconditional love. And that is the shift that's going on, and through this shift is how we will make contact. Remember, global contact will not happen until we ourselves make contact with ourselves. Until you realize that you are love yourself, it will be very difficult to interact with these beings, because that's how they perceive themselves, is they are all that is, and they are full of love. Oops, sorry guys. Do you use accessories like laser, sound radars, detectors? I used to use quite a bit of those awesome accessories, because they sounded very exciting and a lot of fun. But at the moment, I mainly only use lasers if I'm with friends or people that are doing CE-5s with me, so I can point that objects to them much easier. I don't really use any sound accessories except for songs or vibrational melodies that I really appreciate, that allows me to get in a space of relaxation and high vibration. Hello, I had a couple of contact last year, alone by myself, just meditating and setting my intention and desire of having a positive contact. Sebastian, thank you so much, my friend. That's really all there is to it. It's crazy how simple it actually is at the end of the day, and the only way that we'll experience that in a difficult way is if we make it difficult for ourselves. So you see, you were alone, you meditated, you had good intentions, and I'm guessing you probably had contact. You know, having contact does not necessarily only also mean seeing a ship in the sky. It's a feeling that you can get. It's something that can manifest in your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams, guys. This is also a big place where they communicate with us, because if you think about dreams, dreams are an astral plane where the vibration is much more malleable, and so it is much easier to interact with them in a dream space than it is in this dense physical reality. So we must also remember that dreams are a big component as to how they can interact with us. We really need to end suppression of advanced technologies. I agree, my friend, but you see, I really believe that the best way to end it is to unite as a society, and the best way to unite as a society is to become the society unto ourselves. So it's to be the change we want to be ourselves. I mean, we started an organization in 2012 called Shift, and that organization's simple motto is world peace through self-peace. The only way we will have world peace is by being peaceful ourselves. So by learning techniques such as meditation, such as yoga, and eradicating negative belief systems that we've been fed all our lives and conditioned to believe, will be the best way that we can unite as a society and end the suppression of technologies. Because who's currently suppressing the technologies? It's people that are living in fear, right? It's people that are living in fear of what would happen if they were not going to suppress these technologies. So clearly we need to live by example and show the world what is possible by being the change ourselves. What are your recommendations on photography and documentation? Yes, first of all, documentation would probably be the biggest component of it all. I would definitely recommend that if you're alone and doing a CE-5, have a little pad and a pen and always record everything that you see. Whether it's a satellite, just make sure your satellite tracker is on, that you've recorded, okay, this is the satellite that's going from this direction to this direction at this speed and has that magnitude of intensity of light. And then when you see something that's not on your satellite tracker, record it as well. But in that case, record also the feelings you get, record how you felt, what you were thinking about before, and just the synchronicity behind the event, because most sightings will be very synchronistic. And by synchronistic, I mean that it will be extremely synchronistic in relation to what you were just thinking or what you were just discussing with a friend. Oftentimes it will be a confirmation too. Have a look at the other. I feel that using accessories are sometimes pushing me away from my intentions, more like taking pictures on a holiday without looking at the view. My friend Emil, I absolutely agree. This is something that I also have been experiencing quite a lot recently, and it's the idea that every time I have a sighting, I really want to share it with you guys. And so what I do sometimes, I'll go fetch my camera, which is a Bushnell Equinox that records at night, and as soon as I pick it up, guys, and I aim it towards the craft, it just disappears. It just does not want to be filmed at that moment. And that's when I've really understood that there are places and time for filming these beings and these crafts. I mean, documentation is one thing, but filming these beings is another. And I've realized that it's up to them at the end of the day. It's just been too synchronistic that out of 10 sightings, I picked up my camera 9 times and it immediately just dims down and goes. And I've found that if I have the thought of picking my camera and I don't do it, then I will miss out on the beauty of the sighting. And so it stays and it gets brighter and the interaction then continues. So I think it depends on the time. Sometimes I'll put an intention of wanting to film something and it will just be in my face and they'll be like, I will just hear, get your camera, get your camera, get your camera, and I'll just get my camera and film it and there it will be. But sometimes if I'm doubting as to whether I can film it or not, then I'm pretty sure that it will go away. So I just tend to enjoy the experience too, as you say. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments very quickly, guys. Wonderful, Sebastian. I'm glad that your wife also saw it with you. Big Patman, a live YouTube meditation. That would be fantastic. Absolutely, we'll make this happen, my friend. Thank you for the suggestion. Oops. Sebastian, she saw crafts too. Wonderful. Sorry, Jay, I don't seem to understand your question. Has been proven that the more people at nice transcending can begin change. I think that I understand what you're saying, and yes, I would absolutely agree that the more people that focus on an idea, the more energy there is behind it, and that the more people are positively aligned, the more power this has. If you have 100,000 people that are negatively inclined, it will only take 1,000 people of being positively inclined to eradicate the energy of those negative people. Yes, absolutely. We can transcend in mass. So the idea that I was sharing with you guys early on about the organization we created called Shift, we actually hosted at any one time, and we've done it 13 times now. We hosted possibly one of the largest group meditation in the Southern Hemisphere at that time, where we had thousands of people that joined us on Cape Town beaches to meditate for world peace by putting that collective intention for world peace. So that is something that I definitely plan on working even more on the future as well. Thank you. My friends, thank you so much. You guys are just fantastic. Thank you for all your amazing comments, and thank you all for being here. I really appreciated your time. This was again something very random that I definitely plan on doing a little bit more. I mean, I've moved into a new beautiful space in the last 2 weeks, which is really stunning, and I would love to share more of it with you guys. So again, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. Feel free to review this this video after and leave your comments. For all those who have commented and who have interacted and gave us a like, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And for all those who haven't, I still obviously appreciate you guys too. For those who will be reviewing this video after, I wish you guys all the best. I send you all a lot of love. And keep being awesome, keep being the change you wish to see, keep vibrating as high as you can, and just always